Asema Bwana, nirudieni, mimi kwa mioyo yenu yote.
Lent is like a long retreat during which we can turn back into ourselves and listen to the voice of God in order to defeat the temptations of the evil one. Pope Benedict XVI. The Lenten season is a sacred time in the Catholic liturgical calendar, a period of 40 days dedicated to fasting, prayer, and penitence. It begins on Ash Wednesday and concludes on Holy Thursday. Simon Wigai Mwirori, CJPD coordinator in the Archdiocese of Nairobi, shares valuable insights into the significance of this season.
Lent is a period which is set aside by the Church in the liturgical seasons, where Christians are called to observe three major things: to observe prayer, to pray deeply than the other days and the other times, to offer sacrifices, and to offer fasting and charity, so that they can strengthen their relationship with their God. Again, Lent is a period when Christians join Jesus Christ in his passion, suffering in the wilderness for 40 days.
All Catholics are called to deepen their faith and strengthen their relationship with God throughout the Lenten season.
This moment is a moment for grace, where Christians are called to reflect, to have a union with one another and work towards the values of the gospel. And if you check the social teachings of the Church, and more importantly, the document that govern the Catholic faith, canon law is very clear about how Episcopal conferences should come up with methods on how they are going to celebrate the Lenten. In Kenya, the bishops are the one who guides this spirit. And every year during the Lenten season, they give us a theme that guides, that direct Christians on social, political, economic issues. This year, we are talking about the Kenya we desire. And when we are talking about the Kenya we desire, we are really talking about the things that ail the nation, but how we can transform these, or how we can change these to make them appropriate, and to make this country a good place where everybody enjoys the fruits, the values of this country. So that is the Kenya we desire. We are also reminded by the good word from Prophet Micah, which says, what does God require of you? To act justly, to love mercy, and to walk humbly with your God. Those are the words from the prophet Micah. So we are called to really to reflect that on these 40 days when we start the Lenten season on Ash Wednesday.
Each week, the campaign will focus on a specific topic, guiding the faithful in prayer, reflection, and action.
Every week we will have a specific topic. And week 1, we will be talking about the family as a foundation of the church and the society. And what do we mean by the family as the foundation? Both the church and the government agree. Family is the basic unit of the society, and we have the problem on that. But in the modern world, we are seeing where families are becoming so dysfunctional, where there are so many issues of the gender-based violence. The second week, we'll think about, or we'll tackle about, the corruption. Corruption is a thorn on the issue in this country. And unfortunately, it seems it is in the blood of everybody in this country. And in 2019, our little bishops, they launched the 2019 anti-corruption campaign. And they called us to join them in thinking on how we can fight this vice by rejecting those things that delay or those hinder our spiritual growth. Week 3 will focus on the youth and their untapped resources. This is a great segment of the population, and if the youth are not taken care of, and we can see what they did last year when the finance bill was coming up, the church has a duty to come up with the proper programs aiming at helping young people to live to what the dictate of the church and the dictate of the society allows them to do that. Week 4, we'll talk about the holistic educations. And we know our system of education is being confronted by a number of issues. And this time of the Lenten season, the church, and especially the Roman Catholic Church in Kenya, is calling us to think on how we can join all the other stakeholders in transforming this education so that it can inculcate morals, it can bring good skills, it can build competencies, and when these people leave the schools and they join the societies, they will be responsible and patriotic citizens. Week number 5 is a call for our Holy Father. Immediately when he came to the office, he wrote a letter called the Laudato Si, and this is a care of our common home. We can see all the effect of the climate change, because climate change and global warming are different things. We call everybody to join the church, to join the bishops in strengthening the environmental conservation. Either it is by planting trees, either it is by disposal of the refuse, either not burning the forest and the place. Just the other day we saw the JKIA was burning, and these are environmental issues. These are environmental hazards, and also we try to avoid the wildlife and human conflict.
The Archdiocese of Nairobi will officially launch the 2025 Lenten campaign on Saturday, the 8th of March.
We will be at a place called the Blessed Sacrament in Buruburu, and we thank them for allowing to host us. Saturday we will have a number of activity, and we are going to start with a procession. The procession will start at a place called Jiriri Market along the Mumias Road, and we walk straight away to the church. In Nairobi we have a number of the bishops, and one of the bishops will join us in launching this event. And we welcome you all, and we welcome everybody to join us and to continue to pray for the peace, prosperity, and growth, development, and rebirth of our country, Kenya, so that we can enjoy the Kenya we desire. Based on that, I do wish to invite all the Christians of the goodwill, both Catholics and non-Catholics, on this day.
Join us for this special event, which will be aired live on Capuchin TV and across all our social media platforms.
Lakini hata sasa, asema Bwana, nirudieni, mimi kwa mioyo yenu yote.
Stay tuned to Capuchin TV, your Catholic identity.